Hey winemakers, it's time to get to our bottling bag. It's almost the final stage, so I'm getting really ready for this wine. So first thing we got to do is get our sanitation together. So remember the little white powder? Hopefully you got some left. Get your tablespoon here. I got about a gallon of water. Okay, drop that in. Get my mixing spoon. This is you don't want to drink this stuff, but this is a no-rinse cleaner. So it's a set cleaner and sanitizer. It kills all the nasty bacteria that make your wine taste like pond scum. Okay. Now remember this thing, the racking cane. Has a little cane there, a little with the black tip here. Hopefully you clean this out and it's not full of little nasty bacteria and stuff. But we still got to sanitize it. So I'm going to drop this right in our sanitizer and death to all you bacteria in there. So we're going to mix this around right here. Kill the bacteria. Bacteria slayer. Knock this bacteria out. Okay. So I got this all cleaned up. Now what we want to do is get the wine from the that's our secondary fermenter into our bottling bag. Now this is the time that we want to try not to put as much sediment in. Okay, first thing I want to do to siphon it is we got to get the top off. So basically you want to get yourself a butter knife. Got a nice one here. One with not a sharp edge. Sharp edge cuts fingers off, doesn't make your wine taste the best. So we want to kind of just use a butter knife. So basically you put the butter knife on the side, basically pry the top off, then you open. Then open up your flaps. And then lift up your bag so that you can get it straight and so you can get down to the bottom. Once your bag's lifted up, grab your box, your secondary. Remember your bottling bag. That's the bag with the spigot in it, the one that you can actually drink the wine right out of. So basically pop your spigot off. This is pre-sanitized. Drop it right to the bottom here. And now we're ready to go. Now we're going to get our siphon hose, which we have filled with water. Now I can suck on it, which is a lot more fun, but God knows what's in your mouth. So either you got to wash your mouth out with a good glass of wine, which I have one right here, but I'm going to show you the water method so that you can decide. Everybody knows how to suck on a siphon. So I'm going to basically lift this up here, and this has been soaking in my... So one end I'm going to stick into my wine and stick it to the hole, bring it all the way down to the bottom. Now your other end is going to help pull that basically wine through. So you don't get water in there, you can use a little cup and collect wine and bring it down. Then once you get it going, you put your finger over it and then stick the end here into your bottling bag. And get the siphon going. Squeeze that siphon down. Okay, so place your bag under here and just let that siphon come through. And what you want to do is hold this bag up so that you don't lose your wine. So I want to get this going. What you want to do is basically tilt your box so that you can get most of the wine out all the way to the bottom. If you have a white, if you start seeing lots of sediment come over, you want to stop.
So if you have the white, you can see the wine is flowing through the tube clear right here. It's quite clear. But as it goes on, it may become cloudy. And if it becomes real cloudy like this, you want to lift your siphon up or stop it.
Do a little tilt and works really well. Once the siphon stops, you can basically drop this down, pull your racking cane out. Now we're done with the racking cane. We don't need to use this anymore. Stick it right back here. And now most of the wine is out. As you can see, there's a little sediment on the bottom, but we're okay. This little wine left over we can either drink or toss. Now you have your wine, now you have your bag full of wine, but we want to get the air out of it. So basically lay it flat on the table with the spigot up. And we're going to purge the air out of here. So basically lay it down and work the air up towards the spigot and to get those bubbles out. Some of the CO2 will come out of it. And then basically snap spigot in. Now there's still some air in here that we want to get out. So what we're going to do is pop the seal of the spigot, press on the bag so we press the air out. And actually what you can do is get your glass, stick it under the spigot and purge it and push until some wine comes out. Now you got some wine, now you got a nice glass of wine. Now we got the Syrah. The Syrah is freaking awesome, almost ready. It's basically ready to drink now, but we want to let it settle out a little bit more and then we'll go into bottling. Once your bottling's done, if there's any excess wine on your bottling bag, get yourself a paper towel, dab it around, get that old wine on. And lift up your bag, drop the spigot through the opening, spin the spigot down. Okay, you want to leave your cask for about another 10 days, 15 days before you bottle. And actually, as you're waiting, you can always grab yourself a little wine. And now you got yourself some nice wine, a little young, but it's ready to go. And please give it some time, but I know it's really hard. I'm going to drink most of this. Can't wait till we get to bottling. Good night.